Hello. This is Tom from Tom and Ruth Philippine Adventures. Today I want to talk about gas. Now, I'll talk about anything you guys want to talk about. Let me find myself here on this handy dandy little phone here. Um, I think a lot of times, depending on where you're at, gas has really increased considerably. Um, I know that it's gone up quite a bit. They one good thing about it here is they give you time to figure it out. So for an example, skip the ads there. Let's see. Here we go. Live chat. Okay, I'm here. I think the hardest time is trying to figure out uh, gas and how it's going to influence our lives. It's going to influence our lives a lot. Um, and you don't really realize how much it will, but it will influence our lives a lot. Let me get this squared away. Well, I got my coffee this morning. We're a little sluggish this morning. Michael and Heidi, $5.15 a gallon. It's Michael. It's good morning. It's 95. I think it's more than that. I think Ruth knows exactly. I'm just going to say 95 a liter. Let's just say $2 a liter. So, and it takes how many liters? Like 4.5 liters to make a gallon. So, right? So 2, 4, 6, 8. Am I right? So over $8 a gallon, maybe $9 a gallon here already. I'm just guessing. I'm not that smart in math. Actually, I am, but yeah, it's $2. So it's $2 a liter. Yeah, $8 a gallon. Exactly. So $8 a gallon. Yeah. And it's going to go up again next week. I don't know how much, but I foresee going up quite a bit in the next wow. I mean, that's amazing, right? So how are you, Michael? How are things with you? Good morning, Jimmy Johnson. How are you? Virginia's $3.99. Wow, Jimmy. That's actually okay. I mean, it's $8 a gallon here, over 8 a gallon. Well, it's 95 per liter. So it's 50 to 1. It's actually 52. Michael, it's 52 or 53 to 1 now, I think, on the exchange rate. So you can't and you know what? Will that influence? That'll influence the price of groceries, the price of clothes, because they got to truck it in, right? So if fuel's increasing, so will the price of those goods. And that's just me guessing. I'm not that smart. So Jimmy, $3.99. Virginia Beach, $3.99. That's a good price. Guys, remember years ago, I remember my Dodge filling it up, and it was $30, $40 a pop. Remember, gas got up to $4, $5 a gallon, and it'd be $100, and I'd just be sitting there going, "Are you kidding? $100?" But even here at $4, oh, does it have ethanol? That's a very good question. I don't know. I do not know, Jimmy. Jimmy, let me say this. I have a van from Japan, and I burned the high octane in it. And the octane that's burning now is 87. Say, I don't even know what it is. But I always burn the 91, 92 octane in it if I possibly can find it. The thing of it is, as far as ethanol, I'm not sure what's in their gas here. I got to tell you, it's kind of. Hello, Geraldine. 419. Good morning, Jen Wynn. How you doing? How's Jen? Geraldine, 419. So okay, it's fair prices. It's over $8 a gallon here, because Michael and Heidi just helped me figure that out. So if it's 95 peso per liter, and there's like you guys, I'm not four liter, almost 4.5 liter in a gallon, right? That's hard. That's hard. You hear? How you doing, man? How are things? I bet you're happy to be here. And how's the family and how's life? Are you jumping up down? Did you do flips? That's all I'm going to ask, S.R. Did you do flips? Did you do the dance? They call it a jig in U.S. Did you do your dance? when you got here? I know you're excited. So good for you. Um, so Jen, good morning. Geraldine, yeah. Oh, 3.78 liter to gallon. Okay. So, all right. So, it'd be 2.467. Oh, well, $7-8 a gallon is still, that's Michael. There you go. So $8. 4 liter makes about 1 gallon, and my memory serves me right. Hey, Jim and Rose, good morning. So, okay, so 4 liter makes a gallon. So, and it's $2 a liter here. There you go. Okay, so it's $7.56 a gallon. Okay, well, that does seem pricey. I mean, you and I know. So, good morning, Geraldine. How you doing this morning? Good morning, S. Hart. S. Hart's here from. He's finally got in, so good, and I know you're excited about that. Finally got time. 4 makes about 1 gallon too. My memory serves me right. Yeah, Jim. I don't know. I had to think this morning. I could not remember. Jim Dunlap, good morning. I understand most people it's a problem, but boy, I love my e-bike exactly. We love our bikes too. One's kaput. I need to buy batteries for it. The other one works fine. My battery works fine. Yeah, last time you hear 45 peso per liter. And it was not 4 weeks ago we were paying, I don't know how much were we paying. Do you remember? 76. Right before that it was how much, honey? 62. Ruth would be on a stream today. She's not feeling that well today, so she decided to, kind of not do. She's got she's not feeling well. So, yeah. So 45. Yeah. Has the price gone up recently, Tom? Yes, it has, Michael. It's gone up. It went from 76 to 96. Right before that, we were paying about 60 a liter, which was about a month ago, anywhere from 60, 62, 63 a liter a month ago. And then it went up to 90, how much?
67.
Oh, 67, Ruth says. And now it's 90, 95, 96. We're selective on our fuel. What I mean, we only buy from gas stations that are new instead of buying from gas station old, because the old metal tanks in the ground. I want the new plastic ones because I don't want to have water in my gas. And that is a big deal here. So Geraldine, good morning. Welcome again. Jim Dunlap, Michael and Heidi, S. Hart, Jen Wynn, Jim and Rose, good morning. Jimmy Johnson, good morning. Michael and Heidi, Pat Evans, good morning. Yeah, so it went up, and the news, the news said, be prepared, it's going to go up again. So I could see it increasing another few pesos here. They're going to nickel and dime you to death. I call it nickel and dime. They're going to nickel and dime us to death, or they're going to get it up. They're going to creep it up there before we know it. It's going to be, $10 a gallon. And we're going to be sitting here going, what the heck's going on? Now, one thing about it here, I don't know. I don't think they have reserves here, and it's safe for the military. But I don't think they have reserves, what we call reserves here for fuel. There are some big tankers on the coast over there in Davao, I've seen, and big tankers where they're in CDO, and they're big, and I think a lot of that is transported and saved for the big boys, for the military and things like that. So, and then that does matter a lot. You don't think about it, but it's going to influence our lifestyle here. It may make it to where not only that. See, here's something that a lot of people don't realize. Even electric companies, even the people that are where we have our Fabeco and Machco, and a lot of the big electric companies that are here in the Philippines, believe it or not, guys, they still use diesel. The people will tell you, no, they use coal, they use this, they use that, they have a nuclear power plant. Well, you know what? They may have, but they can't supply all the Philippines on one nuclear power plant. The sad thing about it is each area has its own electric company, and one is buying from another. Now, Our electric company is buying from two other companies. I know this because we have friends that are in the office of the electric company, and they tell us this. And I know I have a friend that works at the dam. Diesel is being used presently as power for like what we have here. So if the prices of diesel go up, now we're already paying right now. Music lovers, good morning. We're paying, I think, 13, 14 peso per kilowatt hour, 15 peso per kilowatt hour. That's going to increase, and probably now they foresee their electric bills throughout the Philippines itself, even before this happened, it's going to double. So if you're paying, say you're paying $20 for electric, or $30 or $50, it's going to double to 100, 150, 200, or even get us up as high as $300. So if I have an electricity bill, which mine runs about $100, 80 to 100, 120, 140, depending on usage. Because remember, I got two areas. It's not solar. Everything else is. And I got two houses. So so 140, it's going to be $300 for electric. So can you imagine paying $300 for electric here in the Philippines? So the diesel's going up. So I guarantee our rates of electric is going to go up, and it's going to cause other stuff to go up. So now that's just my guess. So Jim Dunlap, so how are you? What's going on? S. Hart, tell me what's going on. That's 28 a kilowatt. I pay 8 cents a kilowatt. Yeah, we pay 28 cents per kilo. I pay 8.5 cents per kilowatt. Where are you at there in U.S., Ogre? Or are you paying here that much? Yeah, in fact, there's no nuclear power plant in the Philippines that's operational. That is operational. Okay. Jim, thank you for that. I was told that one is operational up towards Makati, up towards that way. Ohio. Okay. Yeah, in fact, I'm paying, yeah, that's exactly right. They foresee it going up. So, yeah, if you're talking, Michael is saying, good morning, Bernadette. If you're talking about cost of U.S., electric's more expensive in the Philippines. You're exactly right about that. Ohio. Yeah, Michael, you're right. It's expensive, and it's going to be a lot higher because of the cost of diesel. I did not even think. Now, who in the world, good morning, Philippine and me, who would even think that they would have diesel power plants still in operation that's running the power? Now, in our area, they're running diesel, and they're bringing diesel in from CDO and running our power. I often wonder why my power is literally off. It's not just me. It's, the whole 100-mile area here is off on the average of 2 to 3, 4 times a week, and it can be off for 3-4 hours each time, or 10 minutes. It just varies. It drives Ruth and I. It doesn't bother us to aspect of, it's just it's like a gnat or a fly flying around your head. You know what I mean? It's constantly there, and you're just driving. That's exactly what it does to us. Because if that's off, internet's off. If that's off, something else doesn't work. Because they're all supplied by the power. If they don't have solar on the towers, which you're starting to do now, it cuts it off because they're powered by the electric. These towers are powered by electricity. So when they're out, so's PLDT, so's Globe. No matter how much solar I have, it's just out. It's out. It's out. It drives me insane. So yes, good morning. Here in the Philippines, it's 78 peso. Bernadette is saying, okay, 78 peso. At least the Philippines owning a car's luxury. Here it's necessity. You're exactly right. Geraldine, you're exactly right. You've got to have a car in the U.S. You've got to have a means of transportation. And you know what, Geraldine? Almost 2 cars. If your wife works and you work, or say, for instance, you could drop her off, but then, but you need to be retired. You can't have a job and drop her off because something could happen, and you could work late, or she could work late. You know the scenario there. But yeah, you're exactly right, Geraldine. You know what? Having a car in the U.S., it's a luxury here to have a car. And the word, good morning, Pumpkin Joe. How you doing, my friend? I love that video you did the other day on Sunshine. I didn't get to go there yet, but I will. A great video, by the way. Uh, the the thing about owning a car, it's a necessity. You gotta um, it, here it's a luxurious thing. Do you have to have one? No. Do you need one? Maybe, maybe not. At this time for me, I need one, but I may not need one a year from now, 2 years from now. Ruth and I are talking about going to U.S. and going visiting for a period of time, and then coming back because this is our home. But then our poor car, right? Our car's here, so I wish I could take it with me, and I can't. When I say poor car is because we treat it uh, uh, like family. Because if it needs oil change, it's going to get an oil change. Because as you know, uh, in my retired age, I appreciate everything I have, and I did before also. If I had something, it was taken care of, and it lasted for years. So how is everything, Pumpkin Joe? How you doing? But that's exactly right. My wife says if you own a car in the Philippines, you're considered to be rich. That's exactly right. That's exactly right. If you have a car in the Philippines, or you have a lot of utang, right? Now, a neighbor get a car. Oh, they're on the utang. No, I'm teasing. But you know what? That's a lot of times that's what it is. But you know what? Uh, cars are expensive here. A new car, everything's expensive as far as cars and things like that. I mean, you could get a car for you could get a car for 10,000, but it'd be hard for me to fit in it. But yeah, it's true. That's exactly right. 78. Welcome, Bernadette, Filipina, me, Ogre. So, Ogre, you still working your job? You still doing your job? Jim and Rose, what are you? How are you today? So, Jim, how much is your electricity bill a month? What are you paying a month for your electricity? Michael and Heidi, what are you paying for your electricity? Jimmy Johnson, what are you paying for yours? You're still here, because mine would vary. In the beginning, when I first came here, it was 3,000, but the rate was my kilowatt was really cheap, and then it got to be a little bit more. It got to be a little bit more and a little more, and they've added up now. It's 13, 14, 15 peso per kilowatt, and they expect it to double. And I couldn't imagine it doubling. So that's going to double my bill. So my bill last month was $90 for 4,500 peso. So can you pay $180? I mean, I had a 3-bedroom, 2-bath, beautiful home, 2-story, nice house, and I paid 200 and change, and I thought that was expensive. Um, I know around my house, I live about 15 kilometers from the capital district of Philippines. Many 5G towers are going in. It's about the past too much. Yeah, exactly. Well, you know what? They are trying to uh, really make it better. You know what I've noticed though? Wherever they're getting the internet from, no matter how many towers they seem to put in, their infrastructure is still bad. You can barely get them on the phone. You get them on the phone. Good morning, Mark King. How you doing? You get them on the phone, and they really don't. Uh, they cater to you only to appease you. Like, yeah, okay, sir, everything's fine. T Wicks, good morning. Uh, and they give you that, but the internet is still iffy. It's sometimes it can go down for 10 days, and when you don't get credit, you still have to pay the $50 a month you have on it. You have no choice. We pay 85 a month for our internets, our 2 internet companies, and it's a struggle sometimes to keep them on. It's really a struggle. I've never had so many struggles as far as trying to keep uh, peace of mind, waking up without karaoke or fighting or uh, shooting or something happening, all the time. There's always something here going on. My Yeah, 15 kilometers from the capital district. So 5G towers. There's a lot of them. Same job, Ogre. So you work the same job? Okay. My crypto mine costs about 120 a month in electric. It makes about 500 plus for cost. Oh, okay, good. Good. I know you're still mining, so that's good. 120. That's okay. Mark King, good morning. How are you doing, Mark? I'm from Tom from Kentucky. I like your solar setup. It's doing well for you. T Wicks. It is. It's doing very well. It's doing fine. Yeah. We're on solar here now. We're on solar here now. The only thing is not on solar is my air con. I have two air conditioners and I don't have them on it yet. Actually, honestly, I have no excuse why they're not on it yet. I got to buy a solar panel and I just not done it yet because I'm not finding the solar panel that I want to buy yet. I want to get a good panel and to have it on 100%. And I want to take the existing wiring because it's been here for 4 years, 5 years. Everything's running fine. You can hear it running right there. You know, you just stay leaned over there. See, you see it right there. It's running in the background right now. You can hear the fans running and everything else. And hearing that noise makes me feel good because you know I'm burning up that solar. Mark King, Michael and Heidi, I'm fortunate because my city provides electric instead of the typical electric company. In the winter, it's about $95 a month. In the summer, it's about $180 a month. I have natural gas, which is cheaper. Michael and Heidi, I could live with that. I could live with that. That would be fine with me. In the winter, 95. In summer, it's NA, but you have natural gas, which is fine. That's not bad. It's really not bad. Because you're living, the typical lifestyle. So that's good. Mark King, I just saved $175 a month by cutting my coax cable. Did you really? Hey, get an antenna. Get antenna things. You know, they have those you can get at Walmart. And you get, 20, 30, 40 channels now. And give you a lot of good choices there. Mark, good. Geraldine is saying, I'm paying $125 a month, spring and fall. Actually, your electric is cheaper there than it is what I'm paying here. I pay $300 a month, and that's spec my heating oil. I'm ready to move back to the Philippines. Yeah, you're paying cheaper electric in spring and fall, and $300 a month. Now we've gotten up to we've only gotten up about $150 a month here, and that's the highest it's ever gotten, and that's okay. I mean, it's not okay. It's not okay, but it's okay. Approximately $8,000 a month. So, okay, you're paying $160 a month. I don't know a number of kilowatts. Yeah, I'm using about 340, 350 kilowatts. It varies. But believe it or not, guys, it's something here that this is a new thing coming. You know, they're getting westernized here. Taxes. They're doing taxes. Excuse me, I got to fix that. They're doing taxes, and the taxes can run you $10, $20, $30, $40 just on taxes. State tax, their tax, their whatever tax. And it's new things. And we didn't have those taxes before. We had taxes, but not kind of like $20, $30 taxes. So I know I run LP for gas for cooking. About a month ago, it was 800 peso. Today is 1,300 peso. But you know what? We bought a tank. We paid $60 for the tank itself, owning the tank, and fuel was $60. We just bought it. The tank that I had we borrowed it from family. We gave it back. And this tank we have is $60, and we own the gas. I don't know. How much is the gas to fill up now? Do you know? LP gas. Don't know. It was running us about 600 to 800 peso or more. I think it did get up to 1,100 peso at one time to fill up a 20-gallon tank. It's a 20-gallon tank. I have a 20-gallon tank. So, yeah, and you know what, Jim? That's okay. LP gas for cooking. My fuel runs, we'll go through that in about a year. That fuel that we have, that we cook with. The rest we cook on this inverter stove. These inverter stoves are really nice. It gets hot fast, it cools down fast, cooks the food fast. So I got to be saving a lot of money on this inverter, you know. So $125 a month is spring and fall, but during winter $300. My electricity sometimes will get to the point to where we're cutting it off earlier now because it's not as cutting off our aircon, not as hot at this particular time of the year, but we're going into the hot months, meaning it's going to start getting hot until December. I mean, it's going to be hot. So that aircon will be on, our electricity is going to increase. Tom, to reference one of your last videos, we bought a roasted chicken in Winco for $4.48. Did you really? And so, yeah, food is not always cheaper unless you're buying a mango or pineapple. Michael, high five. That's what I'm trying to say. How much did the chicken you paid for the other day, darling? You bought at
340.
340.
That's 1 kilo and a half.
Okay, 1.5 kilos chicken.
But it's definitely
Cut up with, of course, it was $6, $7. It's $7 for a chicken here, and it's small. I mean, I could eat the whole well, listen, I could buy one of these and not eat the whole thing. I buy one of these here and I eat the whole thing easy, but I have to stop because of family. So I don't get my fulfillment of food a lot of times. Like I really need it anyway, right? I could lose some weight. So I just stop eating and stop using it because it's easier that way. Not eat all the chicken at one time, because she bought fried chicken. And literally, I mean, the chicken legs are this big, and the breast is this big. Chicken breast is this big on these chickens. Now, Ruth did buy some chicken breast the other day. The chicken breast itself was, I would say, probably a good 4 inches. And that's a bigger chicken breast, maybe 5 tops. And that's pushing it for the chicken breast. And and you know what? $4.48, that's okay. Listen, you give me a $4.48 chicken and some potato salad or coleslaw and bread, I'm set. And the girls would be set with it too. Give them some rice. Make sure they have plenty of rice. And we all know we have some good rice. Rice is another thing that's really different there, here than there. Here, rice is, you buy rice here, and it's the how do I say this, guys? It's maybe, I call it overrun rice. And it's something that you don't really, it's all kind of crunched up. And if you think about it, the best thing to do is, aircon's on think about it is, if you don't mind, the thing about it is, if you have, I lost my train of thought there. She had the door open, I was telling her to close it. Around the $1.70 a liter there. Yeah. Gerald, I can use firewood and charcoal to cook outside the house, Philippines, every day to save electric. Yes, you can. Yeah. And you can. And it does save a lot of money. Where ours is burning up, it's not our lighting or things like that that's costing us. It's not our things like that. It's our aircon itself. That's where it's costing us money. Our fridge is normally, it's on solar, so our lights solar, so it's not anything that's hurting us there. It's that aircon. And I do run it from 10:30 at night till 6 in the morning or 7 in the morning. And then it goes back on at 9 or 10 in the morning. It stays on till 6 in the afternoon. So it's only, 18 hours of non-usage. Kevin P., good morning. Google is evil, good morning. Those small chickens are 45 days. Is that what it is? So firewood and charcoal is a good idea to cook and save outside and to cook and save electric. Wait till Ruth sees the size of American chickens. It'd be like a hawk to her. I know. Yeah, Ruth said a turkey. She's saying the same thing. By the way, our turkeys are doing well, but turkey here are small too. They're like this. They're not. Well, yes, they're small. Yeah. Hi, Tom and Ruth T. Wicks. From your previous video, I hope you travel. Yeah, you're fine. 12 to 1,500. You're fine. You know what it depends on? People tell me, well, you can't do this, you can't do that. It depends on how your lifestyle. If you drink, if you smoke, if you gamble, if you do those things, it'll cost you more money in the long run. But if you just live a normal lifestyle, rent an apartment, get you an apartment, just live. It's inexpensive. What's cost you more than anything else, guys? It's your vehicle insurance, right? In U.S., and it's your house and electric and water and all that stuff, and your insurances. That's what really eats you up. Here, you don't have all that. You just have your rent and your electric, or your house and electric, Insurances and things like that. You don't have to have all these $200 a month insurance and all this stuff. I have it on my car. I have full coverage on my car, but it's 100 and change a year. And I said, can I get better? He said, no, that's the best we got. I said, okay, so that's it. It's okay. I said, what if we get an accident? So, sorry, sir, you had to fix your own car. It doesn't cost, no. I said, well, I need full coverage. We're covered. No, don't have that. That's okay, whatever. So if I get an accident, I have insurance. It covers them on the other side, but it don't repair my car. Hey, Google, 45 days. I tell you what, they need to get. And honestly, here lately, I've been smelling the chickens. You smell them at the market, they smell fine because it all stinks at the market. You get them home and they really stink. Now, what is that? So I said, why is this? I said, I smelled it. It's fine. They said, Tom, you're around all the smells and odors from the fish. Even though it's clean, it's really nice. That chicken's been sitting out for no telling how long. You don't think it's going to smell? So Ruth comes home and washes it and does all her stuff she has to do the Filipina way, baking soda and this and that, and cleans it up. And, there you go. But I learned that old trick in the old days being in supermarkets. You take old chickens and wash them in baking soda, get rid of the smell, and then put them back out to sell them. I hope 1,500. Yeah, you'll be okay, T Wicks. T Wicks, fine. That's fine. I put some gasoline in the scooter yesterday. It was $1.32 a liter. So about $5.28 a gallon. Wow. There you go. $5.28. Wow. It's still cheaper there than it is here. It's $8, almost $8. I have a 20-gallon tank for LP too. Yeah, mine's 20, and I think it's about $1,100 honestly to fill it up. So $22. Price in Phnom Penh, Cambodia. Cooked barbecue chicken runs about 198 pesos per kilo. Coax cable is expensive. I don't miss having cable. What I did, I eliminated cable. Just started running Netflix and things like that. Got me a smart box. You can actually get your antenna and run all the channels that you want to watch. Like you may have some particular channels that you like to watch, like I don't know, westerns or A&E or history, and they have that on there. OBG, hey, what's up? High five. God bless you, man. Thank you for coming on. Thank you guys for all coming on today, and thank you so much for your valuable time today. I appreciate it. Coax Cable, it is. Cox Cable, I call it Coax. Cox Cable. Cox Cable is a very expensive company. Tom, here in Arizona, Untail last year, we still had coal brewing plants, but still closed down like last year. Yeah, they're running diesel here like crazy. These diesel plants, and so I foresee a future of high costs here. No different than anywhere else in the world. I just renewed my insurance. My wife says I'm one of the few who actually has auto insurance. I just learned if you have an accident with no insurance, the police can take your car forever. High five, yes. They not only they can take it, they can sell it, and they keep the money. Yeah, so if you're ever in an accident in the Philippines, you're exactly right, Joe. That's the reason I have insurance on mine. If you have an accident, they take your car and they take the other person's bike. And you have to have insurance. So when the insurance goes out, same thing with your tag. Just renew it. Cost you whatever. I don't know. Whatever it costs. I don't know. Ruth takes care of that. I think it's $60, $80, something like that. Something like that. Just now you noticed me? Claude, good morning. High five, my buddy. Claude, how are you? How are things? If you want, we'll meet this Wednesday, Thursday at Ala Turcas. Claude bought me some Sweet Baby Ray's barbecue sauce. He found it in the store. Maybe, I don't know where he found it, but Sweet Baby Ray's. I said, awesome. So we'll pick that up. T. Wilkes. You know what, T. Wicks? There are many hospitals with me. There's one thing that I just figured out. There are many hospitals around me. There is, good morning, Hillbilly. There are many hospitals around me. It's like Claude. There's many hospitals, right? But having a doctor available is the problem. I did not know since the COVID happened, not every hospital has a doctor 24/7. They have to call them in from somewhere else, somewhere else, somewhere else. One doctor could do 5 hospitals. If he's got a surgery, well, guess what? You get in an accident. You may have to wait a little while. They don't all, even the private hospitals have cut back. Yes, we have beautiful hospitals, nice hospitals. There's probably 10 where I'm at, and I'm talking classy. I can go 30 miles and there's another 20 hospitals. I can go 10 miles the other way to Don Carlos. There's many hospitals down there. They're nice hospitals. They're not shabby. They're as good or better than they are in the U.S. They're as good as Florida Hospital in Florida. But the problem is the doctors available and the nurses available. What happened to our wrenches? OBG, I just took them all off because I didn't need them anymore. I don't need them because I don't have any trolls. This is a no troll channel. So, yeah, I don't know. I don't know what happened to it. Good morning, Hillbilly. How's things? My Atlantic broadband, $249 a month for internet and TV. Whoa. $249. That's a lot of money. That's really a lot of money for that. Yeah. Yeah, Claude's saying hopefully there's a doctor. Yeah, and if you're looking for child care, something like that for your child, it's going to really, really matter a lot. Really matter a lot. Yeah, you're Tom, you're right. The cars there cost as much. They do. You can actually find some good cars, good prices, but it's going to vary a lot. See how good we were. See, you guys are good. Got rid of all the wrenches all the time. Hey, Tom, found a ticket from JFK to Cebu 487, then buy a throwaway ticket to Singapore 96. That's exactly right. Kevin P. 249, pay 15 for fiber. Yeah, this would cost me 50 for fiber. It includes the internet, but 30 days a month, 20 days good, 10 days off. Maybe half and half sometimes. Yeah, it's really sad. Really sad. That's the reason I do videos. My internet's on. I'll do 3, 4, 5 videos at a time. That's the reason you guys see me in the same shirt. It's because opportunity. And I said, okay, I'm going to make 3 or 4 videos of topics I've been wanting to talk about anyway. And so I'll do them and then stack them up and then put them online because it's still a problem. And not just me. It's not just me. It's a lot of people. Tom, Hillbilly, that is a good price. That is a very good price. Let's see. Hillbilly, Tom found a ticket. Kevin P, 249. Okay. Geraldine Himley, yeah, with my internet and Cox Cable, it's cost me $275 a month, and $175 was just for the TV part, so I dropped it down again. Let's see. Gas here on the Faroe Islands costs about the same. Hey, John H. My internet and Cox Cable costs $275, $170 just for the TV part, so I dropped it. I would too. Man, gas here in the Faroes costs about the same in the Philippines. Went up around 130 pesos a liter, but went down a bit again. It did. 95 peso per liter. Let's see. My PLDT fiber internet, 2K pesos, 50 megabyte up and down, unlimited. Hey, you know what, Hillbilly? 2K peso, 50 meg. We got, mine is, let's see, mine is, let's see. Oh, wrong one. Gas in the Faroe Islands. Alaman, 95 peso per liter, 685 per gallon, 420 around here. Wow. Now 3 or 4 months, I would say buy a ticket to Philippines, no problem with that. You ain't kidding, Mark King. You know, $175 goes a long way. It really does. my fiber and my PLDT is up and down so much that it is um, it drives me crazy. It drives me crazy. Um, I always don't. What happens is I was thinking about my cable the other day that I had in my RV. I was paying like $100 a month with five with phone and all, and it was through Bright House, and it was just costly, very costly. So, did you get over the air antenna and it's picking up 71 channel two? Yeah, I did. I got an air antenna and I picked up a lot of channels. It made it really nice to pick up channels. And I got the westerns and I got A&E. I think it was a couple other ones on there that I liked, but I only watched like 4 or 5 channels anyway. It can be very frustrating trying to get a channel on TV and you don't watch them anyway, right? How many of those channels you really want? Does Ruth advertise her cakes or get word of mouth business? T Wooks, she does word of mouth. She advertises a little on Facebook and she does a little with it on what
I'm tired.
yeah, on what?
I'm busy going out, going in, going out.
Yeah, true. What happens is they wanted her to deliver, she was telling me just now. They wanted her to deliver the cakes. And it got to the point to where you just a delivery boy. You know, if you want a cake, you order and you pick it up here. She can meet you in town, and it's okay. But it got to be. She still does cakes. She still does many cakes, but they have to come pick it up. She's lost cake orders because they want you to deliver it to their house, and so that's a no because people are funny. If you let them take advantage of you, you'll be in trouble. Uh, it's just they will take advantage of you 100%. Uh, yeah, 175 months savings. Yeah, air antenna does. Yeah, so she's really funny about advertising. She does it, and she does a good job. More than being funny about it, she's not going to deliver the cakes to someone's house. Philippines didn't get anywhere near the tourists they were expecting. Most probably waiting for things to be more like it was. OBG, you're exactly right. There's no tourists. There's no tourists. Um, and there's no tourists available. And there we go. Let's help move something here. So let's see. My internet is down once a year ago, but we had blackout for an hour last night around 2 a.m. And Portland gas is 450. My internet was down. Yeah, you know what, OBG? I think a lot of times what's happening, I've noticed what's happening with a lot of them is that we had an influx call come in, the guys get to their ladies and seeing their fiancés and things like that. And I think a lot of it is taking the time that they needed to, save the money because it gets expensive with those tickets. My internet was down once a year ago. Budget Tools, good morning. Portland gas is 450. Yeah, ours is eight and change, almost $9 a gallon. That's what happened to my ranch. It is no more trolls. Yeah, we don't have any trolls here either. No, I don't really have them anymore, so there's no wrenches needed. Deliver the cake and next day they want ice cream with it. I tell you what, she had some orders. She made big orders, and one lady wanted her to make her these cakes, and she made Black Forest and all the ones like that. And the problem was that when she got there with the order, she said, "Well, this is not what I ordered." She says, "You ordered this cake. I have it in your thing. This is what you wanted." She said, "Oh yeah, yeah. Well, I changed my mind. Well, the cakes are here," and Ruth had to deliver it. So you can kind of see the dilemma when they order it and they pick it up. Here it is. Give me the money. It's easier than when you go there. Give me the money and you're holding the cake. You're held by gunpoint, and so I said, never do that. I said, when did you become delivery service? Right? She goes, Daddy, you're exactly right. I did it as because it's a friend of a friend. I said, those are the ones that take advantage of you the most. So I said, the best thing to do is just not worry about it and just do it that way, you know. That's cheap. Canadians were coming down 420 as a deal. Exactly. I worry about my language with my Philippine and my loud speaking. Hello, Joe and Jassy. How are you? Good to see you. Georgia, USA. Thank you for coming on. I worry about my language with my Filipina, but my loud speaking. I wouldn't worry about that, T. Wilkes. A lot of times, a lot of times it's okay. I think a lot of times, they understand that, they're timid culture, shy. They're just shy. But it's okay. Just treat them with respect. One thing you've got to do with Filipinos here in Filipinos is treat them with respect. Because if you don't treat them with respect, they're not going to treat you with respect. So how is Joe and Jassy doing? Hey, Tom, I have the new mesh. I have try the PLDT Unifiber. I have it. It's the one that comes with all the three the big box, T boxes. I got the best. I got the best you could buy, but it's still $50, and it's still sporadic, still issues, still not working. It works good. Kevin P, good morning. So welcome, Joe and Jassy. Good to see you. Tell your beautiful wife I said hi. I sure will. OBG says hi.
Hello.
She says hello. She's not feeling well this morning, so she's not on. So Tom and Ruth, it's just Tom. One guy says, I'd rather look at Ruth. I don't want to see you no more. I want to see Ruth. I said, well, I'm sorry. I can't help it. She said she's not coming on. I tell you what, you ain't going to make her come out either. You could try. She's tough. No, she's just not feeling well today. T. Wicks, try speaking loud with high pitch too. Yeah, right. See what happens. Musk needs to get Starlink working. Starlink is fine, but it's not in my area. It's not available. It won't work in my area. I was on a beta program with Starlink. I paid the $600 reluctantly. They sent me my $600 back and says, hey, your beta program, you're not going to do it in your area. It's here, but it's working sporadic. And you're paying a high dollar for it. You're in trouble. Unless you're in the bigger cities where PLDT and Globe is really doing a good job. I'll tell you what Ruth did the other day. There's a company, Dito went bankrupt. Dito, the internet company out of China, went bankrupt. They asked Philippine government to help them out. Well, Philippine government says, we're saving Philly Health, we're saving all these other companies. We're only so much money. So what we're going to do is this. They gave them funds enough to help finish some of the towers. But what they did was this that was unique. Dito says, okay, we're going to give you a SIM card. And this SIM card is going to give you the availability to actually use your internet anywhere. Now, what's good about it, it's guaranteed 30 gigabyte a month. If you use that 30 gigabyte a month up, you can reload it for $5 or $6. It's 300 pesos, $7 to load it up. Once you put it on your phone, you have internet in this hotspot. You can use that anywhere, and it gives you 25 up and down. We try it. We bought one for Ruth. Her uncle told us about it. So you could actually take that Dito and put it into a Globe Fiber internet box. Look at my baby. Globe Fiber internet box. Okay? Oh, my baby here. He's just had shower, so he's all excited. I always hold him, by the way. So you put it in the box, into their fiber box, and you have internet. It works really good. So you take that with you in the car. So say if you're going somewhere and you have load on your phone, it's not working, this, that, and other, you can actually take that Dito SIM card and put it in the one in the thing and carry the fiber with you. Internet with you in the car. Wireless internet in the car. It works. It does work. Or just keep it and put it in your phone, and you have it in your phone, and it works in your phone. The good thing about that is The very good thing about that is it works continually, and it will give you good service. Ruth and I tried that the other day when we went to Malabali and stuff, and it works well. I couldn't believe it. I said, okay, so we found another source for internet. So we're happy today. Tomorrow, I'm in the Philippines. It's going to change. Watch and see. So, sorry I got on that subject there. PLT New Match, yeah. Said hi, T. Wilkes. Muxies, get it going. Tom, being small chickens without those hormones, they just taste better, right? Not for me. I guess I like the hormones. Not for me. There's no taste. There's not enough meat on them to worry about. We got a chicken breast yesterday. It was this big. That's all I get. We went to Dabo and CDO and we bought chicken breasts. They were good, and we bought them. They had no ground beef at Robinson's. Had none at City Mall. They had none at S&M. They had no ground beef. No beef at all. They're out. When's the last time you had beef? Oh, last month. Well, why don't you have beef? Well, you can't get it. Well, why can't you get it? I don't know. Sorry, sir, out of stock. So I go to City Mall and said, sorry, sir, out of stock. So I said, okay, Robinson's always has ground beef, always. Go in there, sorry, sir, out of stock. You're out of beef? Yeah, we're out of beef. We don't have it. We go through two, 3 cows in town, and they chop it off like it's on a piece of wood. Same as city, internet is great, but the countryside is sketchy. Yeah, there's a booger. Yeah, there's a booger. Exactly, Ogre. Yeah, there you go. Living on Mark King, T. Wilkes. I'm living $1,100 a month here in USA, big city. If I can live on that much here, you survive that in the Philippines, where the cost of living will get lower. Yeah, Mark King. I was living for that's exactly right. I was living in US at that my particular time 6 years ago. I was living in US for $1,200 a month, $1,300 a month. Every once in a while I get up to $1,600 a month, but on the average it was $1,100-$1,200 a month. I lived fine, man. I had all the stuff I needed and all the things I needed. I lived great, actually. I know we have a cab driver at church. She's telling me there is very few tourists coming from the West. It's people from families who are showing up. Yeah. We have a friend that works at the customs, and it's through family, of course, guys. And he was telling me that the Bureau is actually surprised that there's not any more foreigners coming in from Australia, United Kingdom, New Zealand. Those always influx coming in. The ones that are coming in, guys, are Chinese and Koreans. Chinese, Koreans are coming in. When I was at the Bureau of Immigration getting my annual the other day, the stacks of passports were this high, and they had like 10 stacks. I said, ma'am, what is all those stacks back there? She says, those need to be processed. I said, where'd they come from? She said, a runner. I said, what is that? She goes, it's Koreans and Chinese coming into the country. I said, there's that many living here? She goes, that's this today. You ought to have seen yesterday's stack. It was worse than that. Sometimes we have a whole desk covered. So what's coming in is the Chinese and Koreans are coming in. So that's true. Join Sassy better off than, yeah, exactly. No bill for life. Exactly. Thanks, Mark King. Yeah, T. Wicks, you can live inexpensive. As a test, I said, okay, I'm only pulling this amount of money a month out of my bank account. I did that when I first arrived here. $600 a month to see how long it lasts. It lasted. So I did the second month. I spent $106 rent a month, and 2-bedroom, 1 bath, nice tiled apartment. You guys remember that apartment? And I did it again. did it again. And I said, Ruth, we have money left over this month. She goes, well, we're eating out. We went here, we went here, we went here, we went here. I said, I know. Go to church and we do our tithing. And that's excluding tithing, by the way. But that's all other expenses. And I says, we can live for $600 a month. I said, so that's what we did. And so that's why I made my first video. Can you live on $600 a month in the Philippines? And you can. There are people. Listen, guys, military, retired guys from like police departments, things like that back in the day. Alton lives on $700 a month. He's getting $700, was getting $700 a month off his World War II pension from the Navy. And then his VA was getting like additional 200 or 210 or something like that. And the reason I know that is because I was the executor of his plan, try to get everything resolved of him burying him and things like that. And I talked to the VA and I said, he has no other money. He said, no, sir, this is it. I said, he's lived here 28 years on $900 a month. He lived fine. Had his beer every day. Has 2 beers every day. I take it back. He had his 4 red horses every day. He was happy. He did what he wanted to do. Traveled in, what did he say? 10, 12, 15 different areas and would live and then go travel again next year, 10, 15 different areas. Every month he would go to a different area. He spent all throughout the Philippines, by the way. He said, I missed a few islands. Yeah, it's right. Mark King. It depends on you going out to bars every night, drinking all the time. It's costing you never need. Yeah, exactly. What are you going to do? Right, exactly. China wants to take over Philippines, even American locals. Yeah, you know what? There's truth to that. There's truth to that. That's exactly what's happened. There are, it's a church. It's churches, church groups. A lot of it's church groups. Arranged, not really arranged marriages, but marriages arranged by the churches in Korea and in China for the Filipinos here. And it's all kind of set up through their organization. And girls that want to get married to a Korean, they can. If girls want to get married Chinese, they just go to the churches and you have these meetings and things like that. It's like a dating site. And I'm going to do a video on it. It's a really unique situation, guys. It's something that nobody's ever talked about here. So it's something it's been around for a long time. They do it. In fact, two of friends that we know, yesterday we were talking about them. They got married to 2 Koreans last year. Yeah, sorry I wrote earlier and didn't see that it cut the no bill for live. There you go. So it's okay, Geraldine. Thank you for coming on, by the way. My guess is most of Western tourists are non-conforming personality type. Same ones don't want the jab. A lot of it is, exactly. A lot of it is. It was mandatory for me because you can't even get on a bus without the jab. You can't go anywhere without the jab. Honestly, being honest, one of the reasons why I kind of want to scoot back towards USA, I want to get back in the stomping grounds of getting back. I want them to see a little bit different lifestyle of what's going on. It's nothing as bad. It's a great, fantastic, wonderful country here. 90% wonderful, fantastic. It's the 10% that drives you insane. Smash the button, Ogre saying. 229 watching, 25 likes. It is? It just says 27 here, 29 here. If you didn't move here, beer is cheaper than gasoline. 50 cents a can for real beer, 5% alcohol. Yeah. Cheaper than Coke. Sammy, Philippines, good morning. 75 a liter. How you doing, Sammy? Good to see you. How are things? Nice looking cabinet, by the way. Good job. 24 cans of beer, $12. Wow. Right now, my YouTube webpage just came up, round trip pick 29. I check flights from here, Manila. I say here, Manila, to LAX. $455. Flying back out in January. January the 12th. So there are tickets available. By the way, this was Philippine Airlines. I could not believe it. I said, how much? I said, Ruth, look at this. Did I push any buttons wrong? Refresh it, went back on, reset the site, went back on, did it again. I checked this morning, no longer available. All good here. Thank you for the support of my channel. No worries, no worries, no worries. Great channel. You guys check her out. You guys check out Ogre. All of the channels here. I think Hillbilly's got Jim and Rose. You guys check out the channel. Joe and Sassy's got a channel. Mark King. OBG is like me. OBG, how are you doing? It costs more to fly from Phnom Penh to Cebu. You know, hey, Kevin, I noticed that it used to be cheap. You used to fly from Cambodia here cheap. I know it's inexpensive. Yeah, being small chickens without those hormones, they taste better. Oh, I already read that. Sorry about that. It costs more to fly.
I'm gonna use this, okay?
You can use anything you want, darling. Oh, okay. Uh, Ruth's tummy's hurting this morning, so she's doing. Howdy, Wolfen. How's John doing? Good to see you. How are things? Mother, would you mind filling my coffee up? Ogre knows. I get like Ogre when I don't have my coffee. All right, next week. 3.7 liters to the gallon. Is it? Okay. So, if I'm paying 95 peso per liter, 95 peso per liter, so that's $2 a liter. And you're saying 3, 2, 4, 6, $7 a gallon here. So $7 a gallon. A little over $7 a gallon. So $7 a gallon. It's going up again next week. Yeah, 53 peso per liter here. Hello, Kevin Nash. 53 peso per liter here. 389 gallons on 51 is the gallon. Okay, I see. Okay, 3.78. So, hey, you guys see the rate of? Thank you, honey. I appreciate it. Did you see the rate? The rate is going up to it's 52, 53 per 53 to 1. Davo Don's always the expert in this. 53. They say it's going to be 60 in 3 months. 60 to 1. That'll help some, but it doesn't help in the big scheme of things. So, really. Sammy's saying hello to everybody here. Phnom Penh, Cambodia. Okay. Hey, Kevin P. So Kevin, how much rent is it there in Cambodia? You rent, right? Or do you own? I think you own. So I was just wondering. So I think Joe and Sassy's retiring. Joe, if you're retiring or already retired now, I understand. I hear. Georgia, USA. Hillbilly's coming. Hillbilly, when you coming? Are you planning? Are you holding up and waiting? A lot of the guys are holding up and waiting. I have 3 or 4 friends. Michael and Heidi, you still online? I wanted to ask you a question. Oh, I'm rent free. Okay. I wanted to ask Michael as how are they doing? Are they supplying solar? A lot of those, I understand a lot of, I don't know where you're at exactly, but a lot of places now are communities are developing their own solar for their community. So subdivision would all pool their money in and make their own plant of solar and other type of power to offset the electricity bills there in the U.S. So, Michael, do you live in a community that's creating their own solar? Are they having? Are you just buying from someone that has already created that solar? I know in Florida and out of Tampa they were doing that. As you know, they have the new saltwater desalting plant there for the water now, and they were testing water buoys out in the water for power. And as a big test, it was done through the University of Florida, and they see opportunity, so much opportunity in that. They were looking to supply Sun City, some of the places that have the 10,000 mobile homes there and power. I don't know if they ever did or not. So, but Kevin, Michigan is saying Detroit $3.89. I paid yesterday. You know what? Still cheap, man. That's still cheap. Heck, I thought it was more than that. In life, it was $3.89 when I came here. I paid $3.89 when I sold my van and filled it up. The day I filled it up, I sold my van, took that money, put it in my pocket, sold my RV, put that money in my pocket, and I said, okay, I got my plane ticket already. Cost of living is very similar here in the Philippines. Sometimes some things are cheaper and others are more expensive. And so, Wolfen, When are you coming to the Philippines? Are you coming? Are you saving to come? Are you planning to come? Are you saving money to come? And another great channel, Mr. Wolfen's channel, Mr. John's channel. He said, "I wonder how I can get more views and more subscribers." I said, go on other live streams. So you guys check his channel out. Another great channel. Been watching for an hour. Oh, have you? Well, heck, you need to say something, Jim. Oh, you met your wife through a Venice dating center on the internet. Did you really? And there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that. It's I forget the name of the church, the Korean church is, but what it is it's a church organization that they have people that's dating and want to find someone, and so a lot of the Chinese and Koreans are looking at these sites and coming here and marrying a Filipina. Um, you know, I say okay. I say whatever. Kevin Nash is smiling. I hope Ruth gets feeling better. Nothing worse than not feeling good. Jack, yeah, she's got a stomach ache and her back is killing her today, and she often gets out there and does too much. I have to make her come in. She's me at a young age. She's me at a young age. I was always out doing something. In fact, we uh, went out 2 days this week, and she came home, and I said, "Just leave the van. I'll wash it a little later." She goes, "No." She washed the van, cleaned it out, and did everything to it. I go, "Aren't you tired?" She goes, "Nope." Yeah. Hey, Tom, wait on a new passport. Oh, a new passport comes in 6 weeks. I see. Okay. Okay. So, a lot of guys, too, are just waiting in general because of the jab. They're waiting because it's easier for them to wait. I know for me, I'm happy if I just, I don't have to, I'm getting the visas, USCIS papers were turned in, and waiting for that process to get done. I'm doing it through Rapid Visa. By the way, it's easier, and boy, they're really nice there and really helpful. And thanks to Michael and Heidi, he's helped me through the cost and what it would cost and things like that. So that's a good thing. So my thing, I got to go. Believe it or not, since I've been here for the 6 years, I have to go back to MBI, not MBI. I already got my MBI. I have to go back to the Bureau of Immigration and turn in my new my MBI. And I said, why did they make the people do it? So we do it, make sure everything's good in the 5-6 years you've been here. I said, okay, so that's the new deal now that the guy's doing it. And you have to sign up for an appointment online. That's all. Tom, have all 3 shots. Oh, so you're set. Yeah, I had to get the first and second shot. I had no choice in the matter. I believe me, I did not want to do it. I didn't want to do it. If I was in the US, I wouldn't have done it. I'm just saying. That's me. And as far as Ruth and R, I would let them make their own decision what is best for them. I would suggest they don't do it, but if they wanted to do it, they could do it. Because I'm not influential in that matter anyway. Because I want everybody to be healthy anyway, and I firmly didn't like it. I did not like sitting there for 4 hours in line in the morning and trying to get that done, and then 4 hours the next time when I went, or 5 hours when I went next time. Rules need all 3 shots. Got to have booster too? Well, I don't know. Do you have to have the booster? Okay, I did not know that. I didn't know whether you had to have booster or not. Good morning, Richard Guthrie. How you doing? I knew a Richard Guthrie. They're in Florida. Is this the same Richard? Or Georgia? Valdosta. I knew Richard Guthrie in Valdosta. The news is saying number 4 is on the way. Oh, man. Oh, man. I don't want to know anything about that. It's like, what? News saying 4. Okay, well, maybe they won't have to have that. If I have to have that, I don't. How about just we're okay. I had a cough twice and no shots. I don't see the reason to get the shot other than that travel. Kevin P, I understand. Man, you were really sick the last time. I remember that. Kevin P, where do you keep catching this at? Uh, and I remember you getting it. I remember. Maybe you're getting it down at the coffee shop. You're going down to the coffee shop. Maybe you're getting it down there at the coffee shop. So Jim and Rose, one of the best things you ever did was meeting your wife at the Venice shop. How's Rose doing, by the way? How's she feeling? Hopefully she's feeling well. So Hillbilly's coming on May 6th. That's good. Sammy, what part of the Philippines are you from? Kevin Nash, how are things and how you doing on your new job? Hopefully you're doing well on that. Remember what Albert Einstein said about insanity. Exactly. No kidding. So, really. So, T. Wilkes saying, T. Wicks, I work at a hospital and caught COVID 2 years ago and my shot just to travel. I know. T. Wicks, you'll be fine here, man. You'll be fine. Don't worry about it. And then if you decide to stay, stay. If you don't, go back. That's the thing. You have the choice. Free will. Make your own choice. You want to stay, stay. You can go back. And the good thing about it is here's this. It gives you availability. If you don't like it here, you can go back. It's like that lady yesterday. That lady got off the plane and smelled the smells, this, that, and other, and told her hubby, I just don't want to be here. I think there was underlying issues with her, as you guys know in the video. I think she had underlying issues. I don't think she really wanted to come here. I mean, maybe something happened in her childhood. She don't want to tell her hubby. Maybe there's something here that she didn't like. But as a real estate broker, financially secure, they don't need money. She has money, and he has money. And he gave her a jump start years ago. She's in her mid-40s. He's in his mid-60s. And she says, I really don't want to be here. I bought this chicken. I'm going to eat this. We need to buy 10 of these chickens. And she got mad. She says, why am I here? Like that attitude. So he told her, he said, honey, just make it through the month instead of the 4 months. We'll go back to U.S. We'll go to Painted Canyon. We'll go to Grand Canyon. We'll go to Sedona. We'll head on up to Vegas. Even though they're Christian, they don't gamble, but they're going up to Vegas. They stay at one of the casinos. And I said, that's fine. I said, enjoy life. I said, just because she said her kids are financially secure themselves, so they just fly back and forth here when they want to, when they can afford it. So everything's okay there. So it really makes you think about things, doesn't it? What's important in life. The family is my thing. I want to go back and see because, I am getting older and my family's getting older and I want to see my brothers and my cousins. Our parents are gone now. So I want to go see my family before because you don't know how long you're going to live. Douglas Turner, how are you? Randy Conrad, how are you? Good to see you. So, OBG, don't tell me that. Really? Oh, my goodness. So, glad you didn't get the flu vax. They said 10% of something effective. They got the wrong strains in it. Kevin, that reminds me of the dinghy shots they gave the kids here. It's a horrible situation. Horrible. Man, they gave these kids the dinghy shots and dinghies available. Mosquitoes are going crazy all year round. And dinghy was highly contagious. They give these kids shots and they pass. They die. Horrible, horrible. It's like, can you not test the strain before you give it out? Like, how do you want to say this? It makes people mad, but man, duh, right? Good morning, Randy Conrad. Good to see you. Douglas, good to see you too. Spokane. How's Spokane doing? It sounds like you need to raise some roosters or self. Both side of it too. You have noise coming in your place too, like everyone else. You fit right in. Mark King, you hear roosters? I tell you what, they drive me insane now. I think I'm letting things get to me now. This morning, the turkeys are fine. They're back part of the property. I don't hear them. But I hear a dog fight. I hear a guy arguing. He's drunk. He's arguing with his mother. And I don't know what happened, okay? I don't know. I don't want to know. But it was getting heated. It was a bad situation. So he's drunk. And they're over here, they're yelling and fighting. And then over here. Did I have that in U.S.? Yeah, I sure did. I had it all the time, but they don't have any police here to stop it. They have police, but you got to go to town to get them. There's no phone there. They don't have a phone. You can't call. I don't know what you do. I guess dial 911 to get somebody from Davao to come here. I don't know what you do. But anyway, there's a lot of that goes on. Guy last year pulled a knife or gun out on someone. Hey, new thing here, theft. They are stealing people's phones and theft here like crazy. So do not pull your phone out. Be careful. Keep, like Steve Montelli says, keep one pocket, little change. One pocket, big dollars. One pocket, little change. A few hundred peso. So when you give the taxi cab driver, you pull out that money, it can be gone. They're attacking provinces, big cities. The banks are adding on security guards. There's now 6 guards at a lot of banks, maybe 8. 3 or 4 outside and 2 inside. Because of the riot robberies, they're increasing like crazy. So it's a wild, wild west here. And be careful, know who's behind you. And be aware, like Joe and Sassy. Joe, you know this. Be aware of what's around you 24/7. If you're walking down the street, know who's around you, left, around, back, because you don't know what that guy's doing. I had a guy run up on me last week. I mean, he's running up on me. I saw him back of my corner of my eye running up on me because I know what's going on behind me. And he's running up on me. And when he reached up to me, I turned around and says, "What do you need?" He says, "Sir, I have a package for you." I said, "A package for me? For what?" And Ruth turned around and says, "Yeah, that's the delivery driver." I said, "Man, you run up on me, scared me." She goes, "I thought about that when I was running." He's in English. "I thought about this. Sorry, sir. I thought about that when I was running up." I said, "I thought you were going to, do something." I grew up in a country with roosters and dogs. I think I'm fine with that part, and I like traveling. You'll be fine, T-Wicks. I should be back in a few months. Hope they drop the restrictions. You should be fine to fly in now, Doug. You're fine. You're fine. You're flying now. They've got to tell you, the dinghy shot, unless you have dinghy before, is what I understand. That's exactly right. Our had dinghy. We had to take her to the hospital. It's a sad situation. That dinghy is really tough stuff, and you don't really realize. Just wondering what the best way to get money there. You have a bank account. Douglas Turner, yes. Don't worry about it. Leave your bank in USA. Bring your credit cards. You're set. You're fine. You're all okay. Don't worry about it. Bring your credit cards, just like you did before. Go to BDO, BPI banks only. Don't go on these off-brand banks. Pull your money out of ATM. But do it. Don't do it in a small area. Do it at the mall or somewhere like that, where you can get access to the bank itself. So, for an example, if it eats your card, you want to get your card out instead of going back there the next day. So if you're in CDO, you have to stay another day to get your card out, because that BDO is there, but the BDO main branch is way over here. So what you have to do is make sure you do it at an ATM where the branch is close. Experience. Been there, done that. They'll eat your card up in 2 seconds. I had one eat my card up one time in Red Planet there in CDO, and you have to, well, where's BDO? Well, sorry, sir, it's not here. Well, where's it at? Well, you have to go here. 30 minutes later, we arrived at the BDO. Where can I get my money back? Sorry, sir, tomorrow or the next day? I said, when do you fill the money machines? Every day. I said, that's when I want my card back. No, I said, ma'am, I want my card back the next day. I'll meet the guy there. I want my card back. That's the only time actually, I had another problem one other time. So just bring your credit card, but just do it at a BDO or BPI. Don't do it at these off branches like Metro or any of those banks. Philippine bank's good. And you pull out any amount of money you want. I can only pull up 20,000 peso here locally. I go to Davao, I pull out more than that. Yeah, you don't have to have it. We should go to Camigan together. Okay. I will be in Argo, Cebu. Hope to see you. Okay. I heard a lot of those meet and greet dates in the Philippines. A lot of the girls go there dinner, dating, they're married or not, really find someone. Yeah, some go as married and say they're single. And if you get with a lady, make sure you do a cinema on her. Yeah, before you go any further, you know.
Inside.
Yeah, marking don't have channel. Uh, I had dengue before. It was worse than the COVID. Give me the flu any day. Exactly. Exactly. The Badger is downgrading to common cold here. No more restrictions or demands of any kind. How do you get new cards when they expire? You have to have them sent by mail, Doug. So the best thing to do is have cards sent by mail. You can have the bank do it. You just have them forward it to you. You have to pay DHL or something. DHL is the best. Just have DHL send them to you or FedEx, and have them send it to you. You'll have to pay a fee, but it's mine is I have to have an address. I just use my brother's address. My brother sends me my cards, or have someone send them, like your sister or family or someone. Make sure you tell your card company you're traveling before you leave home. Yeah, OBG's right. Tell your card company I'll be in the Philippines for the next 60, 90 days or rest of my life. Make sure my card works all the time there. Before they had they really not a problem. You had to tell them you're going and then tell them every 6 months because the things. But with the new chips, if you tell them you're going, you should be okay. I use Capital One. Wells Fargo's good. Chase is good. Charles Schwab is good. Charles Schwab, though, will not give, had a problem getting fees back, so I had to cancel that card. Ruben Gillette, good morning. This is Ruben from Vancouver. Always question. What do you think of Starlight system for Elon Musk? Would you get it? Would you buy it for a ride there? Depending on where you're going to live, Ruben, I say it's probably a fairly good investment, but make sure you test if that's available in your area first. Because in my area, the Starlink does not work and not going to work. So I would make sure that you have that available in your area, because it's not always going to be available. It's not always going to be available. Watching your live stream, just had about my dinner in the microwave. Mark King, what are you eating? Macaroni and cheese? T Wicks, if you make it bio, I'll take you out for dinner. My treat. T Wicks. Okay, no worries. I'll buy it and you buy next time. How's that? Yeah. So, and you know what? T Wicks, where you live in Kentucky? That's my old stomping grounds there. My mom and pop at Paris, Tennessee. So we'd go to Murray and Paducah, Bowling Green, and all those places like that. You know, we're good places to be. Hillbilly saying, "Hey Tom, you need a travel visa. The Philippines ECIF's only 3A. Really?" Not that at the present time you don't need a travel visa to travel throughout the Philippines. You go anywhere you want at this present time. They may change it. You need a travel visa. But right now, at this present time, you're okay. You don't need it. Today. Tomorrow may change, but today you're okay. Shepherdsville. Okay. I don't even know where that is. Shepherdsville. You're still driving your electric scooters. They're hard to get driving on the right side of the car. Yeah, you know what? We're not driving the scooters as much. Really don't need to. But yeah, the car. They moved the steering wheel. I'm a normal person now. High five. I'm normal. No right. Yeah, these cars now in the Philippines, you cannot drive a car in the Philippines unless it's left steering wheel. They may have a few of the old machine trucks that have the right drive steering, like the old farm trucks here that came back in the 20s and 30s. You'll see some farmers have those, but really all steering wheels are left here, and it's basically law here for that. Oh, what would be better, Davo or CDO for holiday? CDO for me. And I tell you the reason why. CDO is easier to get to and get around. Davo is a nightmare to get in, get out, and get around. You can actually get to Davao at a fairly reasonable amount of time, 2, 3 hours, 4 hours, 3 hours. But getting inside Davao and moving around is a problem. It's a highly traveled city and rated, well, it's rated in the top 5 most destination places in the Philippines. The tourism magazine just did a story on Davao, how it was rated #1 for destination for anybody coming to the Philippines. It changed from where it was, I don't know. Oh, 20 minutes south of Louisville. Hey, no worries there. It's a good place. I've been to Louisville many times. Good morning, John Ferris. How you doing? Tom, Amazon, Shepherdsville. Ah, okay, got it. T. Wicks. Okay, 20 minutes. John Ferris, how you doing? I know you're excited coming here. I know you can't wait, right? You excited coming to the Philippines? I know you're excited. I saw you making moonshine the other day. Another good channel, guys. Check him out. Yeah, making that shine. How much? It's a lot of work though, making that stuff. It's got to be a lot of work. I remember as a younger man, I was in ABC Liquors, and they were doing a vendor show and selling alcohol and all that stuff. And someone had dropped a thing of moonshine on the floor. And as you know, wax and everything else. Man, it took every bit of that wax off, took it down to the bare thing of that, and you can see the stain of that moonshine on that floor. It never did come out. I'm going to love getting to the Philippines. I'm running the still right now. Peach shine. Hey, you'll get here and make some banana shine. I don't have any peaches here, or plums, or nectarines. They have grapes. They have red grapes and white grapes. Sometimes you get the Concords, but I've not seen them. You can get other fruits, orange, but they're shipped in from somewhere. I don't know where they get their oranges. I think they come in from Vietnam somewhere. Oranges and apples, Fiji apples. You don't see any Red Delicious apples. You don't see any Granny Smith or any apples like that. You don't see any grapefruit or any of that stuff. They have pomelo is like a grapefruit here. They have mangosteen here. It's pretty good. It'll probably be. I'm trying to think some of them. Of course, your papaya and things like that. Mango shine. There you go. They have peach now in hybrid tree in Cebu. Oh, awesome. Do they really? I can't get our limes to grow no matter. We're having a time growing some of the varieties. I don't know. I don't know anything about it. Soil, richness of the soil itself. I don't know. I just got an order for some cream soda shine. Wow. Gas more here, $4.65 a gallon, but they will drop state tax for 30 days. You know what, Douglas? That's okay. It's a car here and a motorcycle here is going to be expensive to ride here. It's pushing $8 a gallon, $7 and change. So by next week, week after, it'll be over $8 a gallon. It'll be 10 here because it's controlled, you know. I had made mango and I had made papaya. I want to start the citrus fruits, lime, shine, rocks. Calamansi, yeah, calamansi would be good. You can buy ethanol cheaper than gasoline. It's drinkable. Yeah, there you go. Yeah. Hey, that'll clean my motor out. Just put some of that shine in there. That'll clean it out. May knock a couple bolts out of it and everything else. Could you imagine? Peach tree, Philippines grown from seeds update. Really? Well, Hillbilly, that would be really nice to see peaches here. 10 a gallon, amazing. Douglas, yeah, it will be $10 a gallon here. My prediction. The pesos to dollar rate, the dollar is rising. It's close to 52 and change or more. but I could foresee it being easily 60. No worries. But will that solve? No, it's still going to be the same problem. It's still going to be the same. If it was a year ago, it'd be fantastic with great value, but there's not going to be any value because everything is going to be up anyway. Yeah, here peach. Yeah. So gas is about $9 a gallon in British Columbia. Is it really? Man. John Ferris, I could see why you wanted to leave there. But some of the places, Michael and Heidi were saying, and some of the guys were saying it's fairly decent price where they're at. Um, I'm trying to go back and look at some of them. 5.50 a gallon. Well, 5.50 a gallon in Northern California. Michael is saying. Geraldine is saying 4.19 in Maryland, 3.78. Okay, no, I'm sorry, I was reading that wrong. Um, let's see. Well, some of the other guys are saying how much it is there. It can get it's. I think it's just going to influence a lot of things that we do. Yeah, I have a good friend that lives in British Columbia. It's crazy. Yeah, I have not owned a car since 5. Can't afford it here. Yeah, understand. Understand. Well, maybe you can afford one here. Thinking a moped to start them have a small car too. There's nothing wrong with that, T. Woods. Yeah, the moped's good. Yeah, you can get you like a 125cc, a small one, for 50, 60 to 70,000 peso. It's okay. It's all you need. Get around town, buy groceries. You know, you and the lady go out on it. It's fine. Um, and then get a small car later on down the road. Depending on where you're going to live, you may not need your small car. You may decide not to even have a small car. How hard is it? You just go down there and get it. You just go down there and submit the papers and get it, Douglas. That's about it. They require Filipino to take tests and everything else, but if you're a foreigner, you just go down there. Today. May change tomorrow. I know that electric motorbikes, Philippines now, but electric cars are very too expensive. Yeah. John, I have an electric motorbike. We paid $400 for it and had it for 3 years. They're still running. It works fine. Goes about 35 mile an hour speed. It does all we need. Go to town and back, run around town, pay the bills, come back home. Okay. Great for going to town. Great for going and getting, eggs, milk, bread, things like that. Put it on the little basket. It got a white basket on the front. And my brother would tease me about my little bike with the white basket on the front. Like girly bike, But so Douglas, yeah, you just go there and go down there to the LTO and get it. I know that there's electric bikes. Yes, I mostly drive 125cc here. No license, no helmet, no insurance, no problem. Yeah. Honda Click, yeah. Honda Click 1600. Okay. There you go. 125, 1.5 gallon tank. There you go. Yeah, Honda Clicks, those are really good bikes, man. They'll last you a lifetime. Take care of it. They'll last you all you need. Beach tree in the Philippines growing from seeds. 8 months old on YouTube. Oh, okay. Well, Hillbilly, good. Good. There's nothing wrong with being efficient. You're right. If you've ever been a real entrepreneur, you'll find one is being a problem solver. Each problem has a way to resolve it. The question is to create enough to solve the problem. Jack Eastman, wise, good words of wisdom there. Yeah, it's true. I have a Honda Beat, Scoopy, and a Dream. Wow. Scoopy, huh? Scoopy? Wow. Well, good. Give me one of them. I just tease you, Kevin. How's the cake? Cakes are doing good, Douglas. She's busy. She does cakes. She just don't deliver them. She never was a deliverer, but she would deliver them for some people, and just to be nice. And there are times when you don't really need to have someone, you don't really need to deliver those cakes. But if they come out, pick them up. She's doing good. She's got to make a couple of cakes this week. It was better before, but her business is constant. She's always doing a cake somewhere. Problems are just puzzles, and puzzles are fun. Yeah, yeah, yeah. It depends, Jack, how you look at things. Is the glass half full or half empty? A lot of times people look at it differently. People look at things completely different. I think sometimes it's always easy to fall into a trap and think the negative on something when really the positive is right there in front of you. If you have a flat tire, just fix it. If you're tired of something, well, just change it. If you're tired of living in that spot, just move. If you're tired of being in the country, just go somewhere else. It's really simply fixed. And a lot of times people will nag and complain about it. How are you going to touch you when I get there? The same. You got my email. You can contact me through my email when you get here. You saw the end screen of my videos. It's not half full, not half empty. It's broken. Yeah, exactly. Hillbilly's saying what they did was plant several varieties. A good update in which climate bears fruit. I see. Peach farming is a highly volatile product to grow. Disease can easily attack a peach tree. So I'm anxious to see how that can be done. Same thing with the citrus, same thing with orange. Any type of fruit trees, Philo just got an N-Max with tons of bling. I saw that, OBG. I saw that. I saw that. And N-Max. I commented on it. And the day he got it was the day the problems happened for him, I think. But, he's done really good. He's shot up. I like Philo. Philo's a good guy. And that's a nice bike he has. Can I bring flower seeds in the Philippines? Yes, you can. Yes, you can. The Beat is like a click, full automatic, and the Dream is semi-automatic gears, no clutch. All 125. You don't need a license 125. You have to have a license on the highway here. You're supposed to wear a helmet, and you're supposed to wear long pants and shoes. Whether people do or don't, it's entirely. I wear a helmet, no pants, but wear shorts and shoes. But you have to have license here. Now, our electric bikes, you don't have to have because there's no combustible motor. There's no motor. If it was a motor you crank up and run with gas or some type of fuel, you have to get a license. If it's a motor electric power, you don't have to have it. Now, where I live. So I can see that. That's nice. Best to send it in a box. Yeah. Yeah, Hillbilly's right. The best is just send it in a box. Send yourself a bleak blind box. Where you're going to be staying. And just send it there. Or have someone hold it for you. And then when you get here, get the address if you don't know where you're going to live. And then have them ship it. And it'll be here in a couple months. Oh, he sold that one. Oh, he got one on Saturday. Oh, I didn't know that. Okay. What was wrong with the one he had? I know how to make an electric bike that will do over 70. Yeah. Yeah. Electric bikes are good. It's just good batteries, lithium. They'll do wonders. They'll do climb mountains on those things. You do all kinds of stuff on those things. You got one on another one. Yeah, helmets you need, but Yeah, but you know what? Kevin, they don't wear helmets here. There's 4, 5, 6 on a bike. They don't wear helmets. And a lot of girls side saddle. And when you side saddle, that's not a good thing. So that matters a lot to a lot of people. I know how to do electric bike. Oh, the new one has a lot of the cool stuff on it. Well, good for him, man. I'm happy for him. And lots of cheap Chinese electric bikes. Yeah. Yeah, there is. It is. You're right, Kevin P. You're right. And you know what, OBG? I'm happy he got it. He deserves it. No helmets. Yeah, no helmets. Yeah, they don't wear helmets here. And it's supposed to be a limit. 2 on a bike now, Mommy? If you get the LTO out and you got 4 or 5 people on there, tickets coming.
You got LTO out, and you'll see them at the top part of the mountain or top part of the road. There'll be 100 people on side waiting for LTO to leave. LTO standing over here, and they're just pulling people over and checking their driver's license and registration and insurance and all the stuff. If you have it, you're set. If you stop a tricycle, you got to have long pants and shoes on. You have to have insurance. You have to have all this stuff. If they don't have it, it's a ticket. In a lot of cases, they take your driver's license. So it matters a lot. Ever see any more collapsible houses in the area? All the time. All the time. CDO is now bringing them in, and they're selling them. You can actually buy them. But it's 3 times the amount of money. Yeah, in fact, the highway department, places like that, are using our expandable houses to work in because it's great. Say you're working on a highway, you drop one of these bad boys down, plug an air conditioner in, work on the highway, got the front door and got everything you need. You can even go to bed. Then they just pick it up and move it when they go to the next stop because it's on its container home. And you just open and close it when you need it. That's the reason I got this thing. Ruth and I may decide to go live out in the middle of a rice field someday. And right on top of a cow. Well, she's not even listening. She's doing something else. 2 or 7, what's the difference? Exactly. Who cares? 2 or 10, whatever. I did see 5 the other day. I don't know the most I've ever seen. I counted 6 one time, but the babies, they got babies, like a couple on the gas tank. Can you imagine slamming on your brakes? Free leptometry with every ride, no helmet needed. Exactly. You don't have to worry about it, anything. Why wear a helmet, right? I wore mine. I don't care what it was. I wore my helmet. Been there, done that. Been there, done that. I had a motorcycle in the U.S. Learn early on as a young man at 17, wear a helmet. I used to have an enduro. I used to do dirt bike racing back in the days when I was a kid. And you had to wear a helmet, of course, when you're racing those dirt bikes. That enduro would really do good, but you had to really be aware of what's going on. And I don't know how many accidents and flips and everything else, because you always run into everybody else and everybody runs into you when you're in those races. My brother was the best. I was very novice, very not as good. He would take challenges before I would. In other words, I would lay back. I was eating chicken nuggets, and you could tell, or I have no ice cream. I will tell her. That's the first question. Did you have ice cream? My friend just cracked his head. 20 stitches, $500. Wow. Remember I burned my leg last time? I always wear long pants now. Yeah, I do remember that. Yeah. You got to, yeah, you do. You have to wear long pants. You know what? And they do it for, good reason, And especially these tricycles, they get around and they clip each other sometimes, with the steering wheel. And sometimes their legs sticking out and everything else. Because how they ride them, they get tired, so they'll turn sideways. And they'll drive the bike normally, and their leg here is sticking out. And it's really sticking out. So if somebody comes by and clips you, there you go. Yeah. Wear shorts, crazy riding one. Yeah, exactly. I always wear long pants. And as you know, you get older and you learn by your mistakes that you make and say, well, why did I do that? It was a mistake I should not have done. And I think a lot of times you do. You make those mistakes and wish, oh, man, I wish I didn't do that. And it happens. It always happens. My son just bought his first crotch rocket, hoping I don't get a phone call. You know what? OBG? I hope so, too. Those things are fast. And they're bullets. They're bullets on wheels. Out of 6 gallons of mash, I'm getting 40 ounces or 1.8 liters of 90%. Wow. 6 gallons of mash, 40 ounces or 1.8 liters of 90%. Wow, John Ferris. It's like you've been doing that for a while. Wow. Hey, John, that's good. Good for you. How many of you guys have had accidents on your bikes? My poor father's walked across the road and a guy on a motorcycle ran over him, knocked him down. Then he got up, he was fine. Then it wasn't 2 months later, a car was backing out. Didn't see my father crossing the street. Backed right, knocked him down. A pickup truck knocked him down on the ground. And I said, Dad, walking the pedestrian walkway. He said, I was. I said, oh, were they back? And so they backed out. He was in the pedestrian walkway and they didn't see him and hit him. And he's fine, little man. He's fine. Jumped right back up. But he said, I do have a headache. But that's the thing. Accidents happen very easy. Here, Ruth and I really are so cautious. I have her help me drive, okay? Because no matter how good your driver you are here, accidents are inevitable here. It's inevitable. I just hope it's not my time when I drive. It's inevitable. I don't care who you are. And I don't care if you've been driving 20 years, no problem. Here, it's inevitable. You got left, right, top, bottom, always everybody pulling out. Tractor trailers pull out in front of you and you doing 70 kilometers speed and boom. You have to really be careful here. So I learned 40, 45. I get up to 60 on the straightaways. That's it. Going down a mountain, I try to keep it around 40, 45 because they're crazy. How many accidents is a question? Yeah, exactly. How many is too many, right? And if you can get up and walk away, it's a good thing. But some you cannot. I learned my lesson on a bike while going over train tracks on the rain. Yeah. Charles Huckstadt. High five. Charles, almost $8. Just say $8. It's $7.50 a gallon. It'll be $8 soon. Very soon. Any problems with your house like leaking, ceiling, plumbing, electric, septic? Not at this present time. We did have a small leak in the bedroom. We had a small leak here. Ruth took care of it with some roofing tape. That's it. Septic's fine. Everything's fine. Knock on wood. So far, okay. 4 years, 5 years, having it here. So good. I fell over drunk a few times in my younger years, but somehow I made it home. Yeah, me too. Me too. Up north, $3.99. Yeah, it's pushing high, Kevin. I mean, it's pushing it. It's pushing high here. It's like it's getting a little hectic here on the gas. So it's going to cause other things to get off center. It's going to get things out of whack. Yeah, a lot of rain. Yeah, it seems to be a lot of rain in general. It seems to be getting like crazy rain. A lot of rain. Well, I think I'll call the chat. I'm getting tired and sluggish. I've been on almost 2 hours and getting tired and sluggish. Actually, it's time for another cup of coffee and I need to get a snack. So I want to thank Douglas Turner. Van gets, I don't know, 20, 30 miles a gallon. 23rd. I spanked the like. John Ferris, Douglas, Charles, thank you. Yeah, show. Yeah, exactly. OBG, thank you for coming on today. John Ferris, thank you for coming on today. Hillbilly, thank you. Kevin P, thank you. Douglas the Turner, thank you. OBG, Hillbilly, Kevin P, thank you for coming on today. Michael and Heidi, Hillbilly in the Philippines, thank you for John Ferris, thank you. Douglas the Turner, thank you for coming on. T Wicks, thank you for coming on. Thank you guys for coming on. Jim and Rose, thank you. Michael and Heidi, Sammy Philippines, thank you. Geraldine, thank you. T Wicks again. Thank you for coming on today. Let's see if I miss anybody. John H, thank you. Evan Pat, thank you for coming on today. Mark King, thank you for coming on today. Joe, my Philippines Pumpkin Joes, thank you. Bernadette, thank you. Philippine Me, Jen Wynn, Music Lovers, Michael and Heidi. S. Hart, thank you for coming on today. I want to thank everybody for always coming on our channel. And I want everybody to have a great and exciting day. Oh, Kevin Nash, sorry I missed you. Thank you. Have a good day. And thank you so much. And God bless you guys. I'll see you guys next week. God bless.